If you've ever dreamed of sailing through Portugal in style, wait until you see this. We stepped on board Riviera Rose, one of the Douro's newest river ships, to give you a guided tour. Hola, we're Laura and Craig from Cruise Lifestyle, and we took a 7-night cruise on Riviera Rose, where we enjoyed the spectacular scenery and destinations from the Douro Valley, the food, excursions, and of course, some port wine. Riviera Rose started cruising the Douro in April 2025, and it was clear to us as soon as we arrived that this is a stunning ship. Let's begin the tour with the first place you'll find yourself when you get on board, the reception. This area is the hub of the ship. It's where you can get help with anything about your cabin and dinner reservations to excursions and lost property. The cruise director has their own desk here, and they're a wealth of knowledge when it comes to your cruise. In particular, it's here where there'll be information about the times the cruise ship reaches the locks on the Douro, and you don't want to miss that. It's also the meeting point for all excursions leaving the ship. Right next to reception is the lounge and bar on Riviera Rose. With a maximum of 116 passengers, everyone can find a place to sit here, which is useful because it's here where you'll be able to listen to port talks and enjoy the evening entertainment. The huge skylight means that this space is light and bright during the day, with plenty of windows to enjoy the scenery of the Douro as you cruise along the river. There's a variety of different seating, from small tables for 2 to seating for bigger groups. Having a choice means that you can be as sociable as you please. The lounge is a quiet place to spend time during the day, and there's a small library, games and daily news available, so you can spend some time relaxing here on your way to your next destination. A nice touch was the wildlife book we found here, which catalogues the many animals and plants you can spot along the river. If you see something during your cruise, you can consult the book to find out what it was. This is also where afternoon tea is served on selected days, which you definitely don't want to miss. Just look at all that cake. Every evening there's live entertainment on board before and after dinner. We enjoyed popping here for a drink before dinner with a few canapes. After dinner there's a variety of entertainment. On our cruise there was a guitar player, a quiz, disco, a performance by local fado musicians, and the opportunity to ask the crew whatever we liked, within reason. The bar menu offers wine, beer, spirits, cocktails and non-alcoholic alternatives. It also serves port, and we did enjoy this on a few occasions. There is a cocktail and mocktail of the day, served during cocktail hour 7 till 8 p.m. every evening. Here are some of the cocktails we tried. Our favourite was the Aperol Passion Fruit Spritz. From the bar area, you can go outside and sit down. This area is a really great spot during scenic cruising. It was never busy and partially sheltered, so you can enjoy the views as you're cruising along and not be blown away. Staying on deck 3, but going all the way to the back of the ship, here's where you'll find Riviera Rose's second restaurant. Now you're probably thinking, you haven't shown us the first one yet, but we'll come back to that one in a little while. The Rio restaurant is available for lunch and dinner, but be aware booking for dinner is necessary because space is limited. You can do this at the reception desk. It was very rarely open for lunch on our cruise, and that's because the upper part of the restaurant can be dropped down to fit under low bridges. We did dine in the Rio restaurant on one evening, and what we had was very tasty. Craig had a steak with Portuguese steak sauce, and I had shrimp and coconut stew with rice. The tapas starter was buffet style with local meats, salad and seafood. We opted for the pastel de nata crepe for dessert, and although it was nice, it didn't come close to the real Portuguese tarts we would have later on in our cruise. In the lower section of this restaurant is a 24-hour hot drink station, and you can help yourself to hot drinks and biscuits here as much as you like. Finally, there's an outdoor area at the very aft, so you can enjoy unobstructed views with a coffee. As with the outside space in the front of the bar we showed you earlier, this was never busy and a nice quiet spot to sit and relax. Now, let's move down to show you deck 2. The main thing you're going to want to visit on this deck on Riviera Rose is the main restaurant. This restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and no reservations are needed. Most tables are for 4, with a few larger tables for 6. It's likely that you'll share a table with other passengers if you're cruising on your own or as a couple. We liked the windows on both sides and lots of light coming in from the skylight. The flower arrangement through the centre was very pretty, and it added an element of privacy. Breakfast is a combination of continental and hot buffet items, and you can also order from a small menu from the kitchen that includes omelettes and eggs Benedict. One thing is for certain, you won't go hungry on Riviera Rose. The buffet and menu combination is also available for lunch. In the buffet, you can choose from cold meats, salad, delicious fresh bread that everyone raved about, and an excellent cheese board. The menu changes daily and offers Portuguese cuisine such as choco frito, which is fried cuttlefish, and Portuguese beef stew. There are more familiar dishes such as lasagna and toasted sandwiches. It can be 3 courses if you want it to be, and we did manage this on one occasion. The wines rotate daily, so you can enjoy a variety during your cruise. Dinner in the main restaurant is served between 7 and 8:30 each night, with a few tweaks depending on the itinerary. The menu is designed so you can have a starter, a soup, main course and a dessert. The soups were very good, and we also felt like there was plenty of choice. There tended to be less local options for dinner overall, but always seemed to be full of flavour and decent portion sizes. To find out more about the food and dining on Riviera River cruises, you can watch our separate video. We'll leave a link at the end of the video for you. The remainder of Deck 2 is guest cabins, so let's take you to Deck 1 to show you something that not all river ships have. Most of Deck 1 is cabins. These all have windows but not balconies. But you will also find a small fitness suite here. This space has a Techno Gym rowing machine, bike and treadmill for you to use, as well as a small selection of free weights. If you're someone with a gym habit, you don't have to stop just because you're on a river cruise. You also don't need to start one either, because there's plenty of opportunities to stretch your legs during the excursions. Now we've given you the tour of everywhere inside Riviera Rose, let's take you to the sun deck. We think we might have left the best till last. Be aware that the sun deck is the one deck that's only accessible by stairs. All other decks can be accessed by a lift. One of the first things we noticed about the sun deck was the amount of seating available. We think it can accommodate almost all passengers out here to sit down and enjoy the scenery. There are spots tucked away beside the rear restaurant and tables in front of the outside bar, ready to host a barbecue lunch or a drink in the sun. We never actually saw this bar open, but we imagine during the peak season it's well used. One standout feature of the sun deck is the pool. It offers the chance to cool off in those hot days in Portugal, and I did manage to take a dip during one of those hot days on our cruise. It has ledges around the side so you can sit, relax in the water, and enjoy the sights of the Douro as you cruise along. We did spot one person doing proper swimming strokes on this cruise, and although it's definitely bigger than others on Riviera ships like this one on George Eliot, it's designed more for relaxing than being able to actually do lengths. It's worth noting that it's heated, but it's not hot. Once you're in, it's fine. Towels for the pool and the sunbeds are conveniently available next to the pool in a basket, with another basket for you to put your used towels in. One of our favourite features of the sun deck on Riviera Rose was the padded sun loungers. We appreciated this touch of luxury, and these were so comfy and you could just easily find yourself falling asleep on one of those in the afternoon. Towards the front of the sun deck are forward-facing comfy chairs, and these were great spots for viewing the scenery and the locks. But be aware, they were quite popular for that reason, and so if you see one empty, our advice is to get it quick. The wheelhouse is located at the front of the ship, and like the restaurant, this can also move up and down to pass under low bridges. We did like that this one had a sunroof that the captain could use when the wheelhouse was lowered. Here he is using it as he navigates under a particularly low bridge. It's worth being aware that you can ask to see inside the wheelhouse when the captain isn't too busy. And it's so fascinating to see all the technology used. When we visited, the captain was training one of the deck team, and we didn't ask if we could have a go. We thought we'd better leave that to the professionals. This river ship is stunning. We particularly liked the elevated feel on the sun deck, and the nods to Portugal we spotted throughout the decor and the food. All that's left to show you are the cabins. There are 57 in total, and we stayed on Deck 3 in a standard cabin. Despite being compact, it was big enough for both of us to unpack all our clothes and belongings. We did need more hangers, but reception were very quick at bringing us more. The bed can be configured as a double or a twin, and we both commented on the quality of bed linen. The bathroom is stunning, and the walk-in shower has plenty of space with glass doors. There was ample space to store our toiletries and make use of the hairdryer. The backlit mirror and magnifying mirror were very handy for shaving and makeup. Having floor-to-ceiling French-style balcony windows was definitely a bonus, and we did enjoy opening the curtains every morning to see the views. Being on Deck 3 did give us the best chance of a view above the dock, but there was no getting away from the view of the wall one morning when we were in a lock. Cabins on the Diamond Deck do come with a few extra perks. You can expect luxury toiletries in the bathroom, a bottle of champagne in the mini fridge, and 10% off laundry services that Craig did take advantage of to iron a shirt. We also enjoyed the use of our own coffee machine in the mornings, and we were gifted a cork purse on one day during the cruise. If you want to splash out for an extra special cruise on the Douro, you can also book a suite. We got the chance to take a look inside one of them and thought it would be interesting to show you around. This one is made up with twin beds, and although the bathroom is a similar size to our standard cabin, we do love how spacious the main living area of this suite is. Plenty of room to relax away from the bed, as well as a balcony you can actually walk out onto, complete with chairs. This comes with all the Diamond Deck perks too. So that's our full tour of Riviera Rose. A stylish, comfortable ship that certainly lived up to the photos we saw before our cruise. We'll be sharing more about the excursions, food and our experience on board in other videos, so don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss them. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments and we'll do our best to be helpful. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.